Good day class. Today we are going to start chapter number 1 of class 7th. It is integers. So what are integers? Integers are all negative and positive natural numbers along with zero are called integers. So what we can write is, we can write that -1, -3, -5, -15, +6, +9, 0, 16, 17, 21, 3841, minus 3861. All of these are integers. Okay, so all negative and positive natural numbers along with zero are known as integers. Okay, we all have learned in class 6 that how to present integers on a number line. So what we have to do is, we have to draw a line, mark 0 in the middle. On the left hand side there are negative integers and the range is up to -infinity. And on the right hand side there are positive integers up to +infinity. Done? So how to add integers on a number line? Like what we have to do is, we have to add 5 plus 3. What we have to do is 5 plus 3. Then what we have to do is, we have to place our pencil or pen on 5 and then jump 3 times on the right hand side. 1, 2, 3. So what will be your answer? It will be +8. So what we came to know is that if we have to add an integer in an integer, then we have to go to the right hand side. So in next question what we have to do is, we have to add -4 plus 8. -4 plus 8. So what we have to do is, we have to put our pen or pencil on -4 and we have to jump 8 times towards right hand side. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Our answer will be +4. Done? Okay, next is when we have to subtract an integer from an integer. When we have to subtract an integer from an integer, what we have to do? We have to go to the left hand side. Okay. So question is -2 -1. -2 -1. Then what we have to do is, we have to place our pen on -2 and we have to subtract 1. Then we have to go on the left hand side 1 time. Then answer will be -3. Answer is -3. Done? Okay. Now let's do another question. What is 5 minus 3? What is 5 minus 3? So what we have to do is, we have to place our pen on 5 and jump 3 times on which side? Left hand side, because we have to subtract 3. So we have to jump 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Answer will be +2. Answer will be +2. Okay. So using number line. Like question is, how can we subtract 5 from minus 1? How can we subtract 5 from minus 1? 5 from minus 1. What we have to do is, we have to place our pen on minus 1 and then jump 5 times. Which side? Left hand side? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again we have to jump one more. Then it will be minus 6. Answer minus 6. Done? Okay. Let me ask you another question. What it is? What if we have to add a negative integer? What if we have to add a negative integer? Which side we have to go? Okay, for adding we have to go on the right hand side, but it's a negative integer, then we have to go on the left hand side. Like the question is, what is 5 plus minus 3? 5 plus minus 3. So we have to place our pen on 5. And what we have to do is, we have to add minus 3. What we have to do is, we have to add minus 3. So the positive sign says that we have to move right hand side, but this negative sign change our decision. What we have to do is, we have to place our pen on 5. Then what we have to do? We have to add. Then while adding, we have to move on the which side? Right hand side. Okay. So 5 plus minus 3. This plus sign says that we have to move right hand side. But this negative sign again changes our decision. So what we have to do is, now is, we have to move on the left hand side. Okay. How many times? 3 times. So then 1, 2 and 3. Answer will be 2. Answer will be 2. Okay. So this is our pattern how to solve questions on number line. Okay. What we have to do if we have to solve all these questions without number line? Okay. What should we do if we have to solve all these numbers without the number line? Okay. So for without solving the numbers on number line, integers on number line, what we have to do is, we have to learn some rules. What the rules are? That same sign gives addition and opposite signs means subtraction. Same sign means addition and opposite signs means subtraction. Okay. So question is, minus 5 plus 3. Minus 5 and plus 3. So I am writing the rules here. Rules. Positive sign in both the numbers. Both positive signs are added. Okay, gives positive number. Both negative sign also gives positive. Okay. So if there is 2 positive signs, then this is, if 5 is positive and 3 is also positive, then we have to add. If 5 is negative and 3 is also negative, then we have to again add. If minus sign and positive sign, this will give negative. What we have to do is subtract. And if there is positive sign and negative sign, then what we have to do is, we have to subtract. Done? So class, just do as I say. Positive and positive signs, add. Negative sign, add. Minus and positive sign, subtract. And plus and minus sign, subtract. Okay. So question is, minus 5 plus 3. What we have to do is, we have to subtract. So what is 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3 is 2. but we have to place the sign of bigger one. Which was the bigger digit, 3 or 5? 5 is bigger and the sign of 5 is negative, then answer will also be negative. Okay, next question is minus 3 plus 5. Minus 3 plus 5. Okay, now by looking at it, it is negative and it is positive. 3 is of negative nature and 5 is of positive nature. What positive and negative sign says? That we have to subtract. Okay, what is the bigger? Which is the bigger digit? 5, and which is the smaller? 3. What we have to do is we have to subtract 5 minus 3. It's 2. Done. Again 2. But what will be the sign of this answer? What will be the sign? It will be positive or negative. So what we can say that the bigger digit is 5 and it is of positive nature. Then the answer will be always of positive nature. The answer will always be positive. Okay. So next question is, what if the question is like, question is minus, again minus 2, positive then minus 3, negative then minus 3. Okay. So we know that if a sign is inside the bracket and one sign is outside the bracket, we have to multiply both the sign. We have to multiply both the sign. Okay, what is minus into minus? Minus minus plus 2. What is plus minus? It's 3 but negative. What is minus into minus? It will be positive 3. Done? Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to solve. So what is 2 minus 3? 2 minus 3. As we know, 2 is of positive nature and 3 is of negative nature. What is plus and minus? Minus. So we have to subtract 3 from 2. So what is 3 minus 2? It will be 1. But 3 is the bigger digit, so it will be of negative nature. Okay, it will be minus 1. Then the second other number was plus 3. Okay. Now again what we have to do is, this is negative, this is positive. Again we have to subtract. What is 3 minus 1? 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. But the bigger digit is of positive nature, and so the answer will be of positive nature. Done? Okay. What you have to do is just remember the rules that same sign gives positive answer. Same sign means we have to add, and opposite sign which means we have to subtract. And the answer, the sign of the answer will depend on what? Depends on the bigger digit. Okay. Next is what we have to do. We have to understand what is additive inverse. What is additive inverse? Additive inverse means that opposite of that number. Okay, opposite of that number. What is opposite? Opposite means that what is the opposite of minus 3? It will be plus 3. Okay. What is the positive of plus 11? It will be minus 11. What is the opposite of or additive inverse of minus 313? It will be positive 313. Okay. What does the equation says? What does the equation says? Now you will ask which equation? So additive inverse equation says that what should be added in minus 3 so that it becomes 0? What should be added in minus 3 that it becomes 0? This answer will be the additive inverse of this answer will be the additive inverse. So what is the additive inverse of minus 3? It's 0? No. It's 1? No. It will be plus 3. If we write plus 3 there, then the answer becomes 0. So what is the additive inverse of minus 3? It will be plus 3. Okay. What should be added in 3 so that the answer becomes 0? What should be added in 3 so that the answer becomes 0? Okay, we can also say that what should be subtracted from 3? What should be subtracted from 3? But as you know that the sign will change. Okay, so what should be subtracted added in 3 so that the answer becomes 0? It will be the additive inverse of 3. So what is the additive inverse will be? It will be minus 3. Okay, minus 3 is the additive inverse of plus 3, and here my plus 3 is the additive inverse of minus 3. So what I am asking is, give me some answers that what is the additive inverse of inverse. Okay, additive inverse of what? Okay, what is the additive inverse of minus 216? What is the additive inverse of minus 216? So, what is the answer? It will be positive 216. Correct. Plus 216. What is the additive inverse of minus 31850? Minus 31850. What will be the answer? Okay, so the answer will be positive 31850 plus 31850. Okay, what is the inverse of plus 13? What is the additive inverse of plus 13? It will be minus 13. So, I think all of you got to know that what is additive inverse. Done? Okay, next topic which we have to study is closure property. Okay, next topic is closure property. What is closure property and what does it say? What is closure property and what does it say? Like, let this is a basket of numbers. This is a basket of numbers, and we are studying integers. Then this is the basket of integers. Okay, all integers are there. All integers are there. Done? Wait for a second. Okay, all integers are there. This is our basket. All integers. Okay. So what the closure property says that if we pick any two numbers from this basket, if we pick any two numbers from this basket, like we got 2 and 8. We got 2 and 8. So after operating these two digits with different operators, that it can be positive, plus sign, minus sign, divide or multiply sign, answer will always come from this basket. The answer will be from this basket. Okay, in general terms we can say that if we add, subtract, divide, multiply two integers, the answer will be an integer or not? Okay, the answer will be integer or not. If it is an integer, then the closure property is associated. Okay, the closure property follows for addition. But if it is not, then the closure property does not follows addition. Okay, so we have to check out that what is the answer of 2 plus 8. 2 plus 8 equals to 10. All of you know that. Is 10 an integer? Yes, 10 is an integer. So if we add two integers, the answer will always be an integer. Yes or no? Yes. So it means that closure properties follows addition. Closure property follow addition. But what if we subtract these two numbers? What is 2 minus 8? So it is positive 2 and it is negative 8. Okay, opposite signs are there. Then opposite signs give what? We have to subtract. What is 8 minus 2? It's 6. And which one is bigger? 8 is bigger. So we have to write the sign of negative. Is minus 6 an integer? Yes or no? Yes. Minus 6 is also an integer. It means what? It means that closure property is always follows in subtraction. That closure property follows subtraction. Next is, what is 2 multiplied by 8? It's 16. 2 multiplied by 8 is 16. So an integer into integer gives an integer, because 16 is also an integer. Done? But what is 2 divided by 8? Is 2 divided by 8 an integer or not? Yes. Is 2 divided by an integer or not? So what we have to do? We have to divide 2 by 8. So we use a decimal sign there. It will be 0. What is 8 2s are 16, 4, again 0, 8 5s are 40. The answer will be 0.25. Okay, 0.25. So closure property is not applicable while we are dividing the terms. It can be, but it's not always the same. It will not always follow the closure property, because it is giving a decimal number. It is giving a fractional number which is shown as decimal. Done? So closure properties will follow in addition, subtraction, multiplication, but we can't say that, because we cannot say that, or it will always applicable in division. What if the number are 4 and 2? Yes, we can divide 4 and 2 and it will give an integer. But what is 2 divided by 4? It will be 1 by 2 or 0.5. Done? So this is the closure property, and in next video what we are going to do is we will solve exercise number 1.1. So if there is any doubt, you can ask me out. Okay, thank you class.